Let's kick things off with a bang, or should I say a swish. Picture this. Ancient Rome, a civilization of unparalleled sophistication, where senators debated the world's fate, gladiators clashed in colossal arenas, and everyone used urine as mouthwash. Yes, you heard it right. When Romans weren't busy laying down the foundations of modern law or throwing lavish feasts, they were gargling with what most of us would politely decline to think about. But before we judge too harshly, remember that ammonia, a key component of urine, is a stellar cleaning agent. It's just that these days, we prefer our ammonia neatly packaged in a bottle, not, well, you know. Moving on from mouthwash to something that might make you clench your teeth, let's talk about the gruesome origins of false teeth. Picture the aftermath of a battle, the ground littered with the fallen, and someone is doing what today would be considered the world's most dreadful tooth fairy impersonation. Before the 19th century, dentures were commonly made with teeth pulled from the mouths of dead soldiers. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815 was a particularly abundant source, leading to the term Waterloo teeth. It certainly puts the bite into history. And then there were the monks who took fasting to an extreme that not even modern-day diet fads can compete with. Between the 11th and 19th centuries, Buddhist monks in northern Japan practiced a kind of meditation called sokushinbutsu, in which they would mummify themselves alive by slowly weaning themselves off food and water before eventually starving to death. They mummified themselves alive in hopes of enlightenment, proving once and for all that the path to spiritual awakening is indeed a tightrope, not a buffet line. If you thought your juice cleanse was tough, these guys took it to a level that's a bit hard to stomach. Voltaire, the Enlightenment's sass master, delivers a deathbed zinger that's been echoing through history. Asked to renounce Satan, he serves up a comeback that epitomizes, "I've got bigger fish to fry." On his deathbed, Voltaire was asked to renounce Satan by a visiting priest. He replied, "This is no time to be making new enemies." It's the kind of wit that makes you wish Twitter was around in the 18th century. You could argue that Voltaire pioneered the art of the mic drop centuries before it became a thing. Now let's spritz a bit of perfume on history with the Spartans, who believed the scent of victory was quite literal. Marching into battle, they smelled not of sweat and fear, but of the finest fragrances, because nothing says ready for a heroic death like making sure you're pleasing to the olfactory senses of the gods. It's the ancient world's version of dress for the job you want. These guys were aiming for legendary status. Hopping over to Egypt. Egyptian sleep technology was all about keeping it hard. Their pillows, that is. Made of wood or stone, these headrests make you wonder if the secret to their pyramid-building strength was just a really, really good night's sleep. Or perhaps it was their way of ensuring you were ready to get up and go in the morning, because you'd been looking forward to getting up all night. Not exactly what we'd call comfortable today. Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician, had a bean phobia that might be the ancient world's most peculiar dietary restriction. While some suggest it was for philosophical reasons, I think he was committed to avoiding flatulence. After all, it's hard to concentrate on the mysteries of the universe with all that noise. And by the way, some even claim he died after refusing to flee a pursuer through a bean field. Competing in the nude, ancient Greek Olympians were all about showcasing the human body in its peak form. It's one way to ensure everyone's paying attention to your sporting prowess, though it does make you wonder about their relay races. Baton or... never mind. Gladiator sweat is the ancient beauty secret that makes you grateful for modern cosmetics. Roman women swooning over a vial of the stuff is the kind of thing that makes you question the whole good old days nostalgia. Honey, you smell like a champion takes on a whole new meaning when it's literal. Meanwhile, ancient Egyptian makeup wasn't just for turning heads, but for warding off the evil eye. With lead-based recipes, it's a wonder anyone survived beauty routines back then. It's the original pain is beauty, except the pain was possibly lead poisoning. It's a good thing we've come a long way since then and swapped out lead for safer cosmetics. Now, we can feel confident that our makeup won't give us a one-way ticket to the afterlife unless it's from a compliment-induced heart attack. There you have it, a tour through history's oddball alley, proving that the past is not just a place of grand battles and philosophical musings, but also of urine mouthwash, toothy spoils of war, self-mummification, and the original beauty hacks. It's a reminder that humans have always been a mix of ingenious, bizarre, and downright quirky. As we close the book on today's historical oddities, let's take a moment to appreciate the rich tapestry of the past. It's a wild, weird, and wonderful world out there, and history proves that we've always been a bit eccentric. So what's the weirdest fact you learned today? Would you prefer a pillow that doubles as a sculpture? Or are you curious about how you'd fare on a no-beans diet? Drop your thoughts and any historical oddities you love in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more peeks into the peculiar past. Until next time, keep exploring the curious corners of history, and remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction. Stay curious, and thanks for watching.